Welcome to this month's marketing recap. I'm Patrick Reid with Remax Realty Team, and I'd like to share some information with you. So please sit back, relax, and hope you enjoy it. All right, let's go.
Our first slide, Lee County statistics, is broken down into multiple real estate brokerages throughout our county. When you look at the graph, you'll see that all of the brokerages are closing properties in general, and if you add them all up, it equals quite a few properties that are closing here in the county. But specifically, I'd like to point out that Remax Realty Team, our brokerage, is above our competitors once again for this month. Actually for last month, July of 2012. So we're still moving ahead. We're doing great. Cape Coral active single-family homes are homes that are currently available for sale. You'll see that the green section are the traditional, which is Mr. and Mrs. Happy Homeowner or companies that are flipping homes. The red section are considered bank-owned or REO properties, and the blue section are short sales. Quantities available for sale for last month were slightly above the previous month, but were still below the remainder of the year. Quantities down, prices are up. So if you're thinking about getting into the market, this might be a good time. Cape Coral closed single-family homes. Interesting slide. You'll notice that we're still below what we had for last month. But what's interesting is that the traditional, which is the green section, is just about the same amount as we sold the previous months, along with the short sales compared to last month. You'll notice that both of those quantities are about the same. What did take a hit are the bank-owned properties, which is the red section. You'll see that there was quite a few less than the previous month, and this could be due to the dwindling inventory of the bank-owned properties. Cape Coral single-family sales is a slide that has overall sales for the city of Cape Coral, not segmented into different sections like we saw in the previous slide. You'll notice that we have 3 years up there, actually 4 years in total, and the pattern overall is following the same summer pattern that we've had over the last 3 years. But what's interesting is that it looks like between the June and July section, it looks like that kind of leveled out. So hopefully we'll see this take a small corner and start heading up a little bit like we've done in the past years. So we'll see what happens next month. Cape Coral monthly comparison. We've got 3 years worth of data up here for you. July 2010, July 2011, and July 2012 with average list price, average sale price, and average days on market. You'll notice that over the last couple of years we've been increasing. Property values have been increasing by roughly 10% each year. Nice to see the sales prices going up a little bit. If you're thinking about buying a home, this is certainly a very good time to get in because we've already hit the bottom and we're starting to trend upward. Sellers, if you're thinking about selling, if your home isn't upside down, this is actually a good time to jump into the market because future will never tell us if we're going to turn the corner and head downwards, but prices are up. Average time on market really hasn't changed much over the last few years, so you can figure your house being on the market for roughly three months. Here are the same numbers as the previous graph, just in a line form. Sometimes it's easier for people to view the slide this way. You can see the 2009-2010 graph where property values are basically sideways. There's really no up or down movement. It's just pretty much heading sideways. It wasn't until 2011, actually January of 2011, where we made a pretty nice jump from December 2010 and match that against January 2012. You can see that we made quite a few jump, and we're staying above the previous year's average sale prices. So it looks like we might be taking a turn, heading up again for next month, but we'll see what happens again next month. Cape Coral lot sales. Okay, so if you're a land person, this might be a pretty good time for you to get in. You'll see that sales are trending down. So if you're the kind of person that likes to buy and hold and wait for the market to upswing, this certainly might be the right time for you to get in. Generally speaking, prices are down, but we're turning the corner of where values are starting to go up. So if you're a buy and hold kind of a person, this would be a good time for you to jump in, especially purchasing Gulf access canals. They typically will command a higher value later on. If you're thinking about building your retirement home or building a second family home, a second vacation home, whatever, this would also be a very good time for you to jump in, because you'll be able to pick out exactly where you want to be and design the house that you want to actually live in. So either way, this is a great time to start buying land. Okay, for my Fort Myers people, it looks like sales in general for single-family homes are trending down. Looks like we've been trending down since about March, with the biggest hits being taken in the traditional and the short sales. It appears that the bank-owned property, or the REO properties, the red section, is pretty much staying consistent, but the traditional and the short sales are taking the hit in overall sales. Something to keep an eye on for next month and see what happens. Fort Myers single-family sales still downtrending, and it's a little more apparent here in this slide than the previous slide, but this also looks very similar to the Cape Coral slide that we saw just a short time ago. We're still in the summer pattern as before, and hopefully we're going to be turning the corner here shortly. Just if we can match the previous years, we should be turning the corner and heading up. So something to keep an eye on for the next coming months. Fort Myers monthly comparison. We've got 3 years worth of data up here, 2010, 2011, and 2012, with average list, average sale, and average days on market. You'll notice that the average sale price from 2012 to 2011 had a larger gain than 2010 to 2011. The average days on market dropped by about a week or so. But what's interesting is that sales are down in Fort Myers compared to Cape Coral, and the average sale price is higher in Fort Myers than in the Cape. So you kind of wonder whether or not people are moving more into the Cape because of the pricing. Well, let's see what happens next month. For my Lehigh customers, you'll notice a big drop in sales for last month. This is only matching up to January of this year in sales. The largest drop, it looks like, came from bank-owned properties, which is probably due to the amount of bank-owned properties available for sale has been dwindling for some time now. So the biggest hit, again, is there in the bank-owned section. The short sale section looks to be approximately the same, and the traditional sales are roughly the same. But the biggest drop, it looks like we're going to be seeing from the bank-owned properties. Sales in Lehigh in a line graph. You can see clearly that sales in general have been dropping over the last couple of years, but that's probably due to the prices of Lehigh starting to increase. So it looks like we're still in the same summer pattern as in the other slides that we're seeing, with everything downtrending. But hopefully we'll turn the corner in another month or two and see sales pick up again out there. Lehigh's comparison slide for the last 3 years. This looks very similar to the Fort Myers, just on a smaller scale. You'll notice that the largest gains are in the 2012 to 2011, with the smaller gains being from the 2010 to 2011. Average days on market has also decreased, which is very similar to the Fort Myers slide that we saw before. But it's great to see that we're the average sale price climbing. Great for Lehigh. And for the last slide of today is Lehigh acre lot sales. Steady decline over the last few months. Not too many people buying lots out in Lehigh anymore. So we'll have to wait to see what happens in the future. Good luck out there.
Okay, well, that's a wrap for this month. I hope this short clip was informative and educational for you. If you need to call me, please give me a call at area code 239-443-1558. Or if you'd like to shoot me an email, please, you can do so at patrick@thereidteam.com. Okay, thanks again, and have a great month. We'll see you next time.